Driving across Uttar Pradesh from Meerut in the west to Prayagraj in the east historically required a grueling 12 hours. This massive transit time creates severe economic friction. Agricultural products decay in transit, Western industrial clusters remain isolated, and Eastern religious tourism bottlenecks. To solve that geographic penalty, the government recently inaugurated the Ganga Expressway, a 36,230 crore rupee infrastructure intervention. This is a completely new, greenfield megaproject. It cuts a direct 594-kilometer path straight through 12 different districts. Having the travel time between two distant ends of a state physically reorganizes how goods and people move, pulling isolated regions into a shared economic orbit. Achieving that kind of compression requires specific engineering. The corridor is built as an access-controlled 6-lane highway designed to safely sustain 120 kilometers per hour, with the foundation already laid to expand to 8 lanes. We can see the real-world result of that engineering. In a recent test run, an Audi RS Q8 maintained the legal speed limits and conquered the entire 594-kilometer stretch in exactly 5 hours. Sustaining a pace like that for hundreds of kilometers introduces human risks, specifically driver fatigue. To combat this, the surface features heavily textured rumble strips to jolt drifting drivers awake, and the route includes advanced rest stops equipped with dormitories every 40 to 70 kilometers. The financial model is also highly localized. Instead of relying on the National Highways Authority, the state-run UP-EDA manages a closed tolling system, collecting an estimated 1,515 to 1,800 rupees for a one-way trip in a passenger car. True high-speed transit requires specialized fatigue prevention and its own localized toll management to operate safely at scale. Policing a corridor of this size demands high-tech oversight. The entire length is monitored by AI-enabled surveillance, with CCTV cameras deployed every single kilometer. That system ties directly into automated enforcement. Electronic speed cameras are stationed every 10 kilometers, instantly issuing e-challans to penalize anyone breaking the limit. The engineering also incorporates a strategic military asset. A 3.5-kilometer section of the highway in Shahjahanpur is built with reinforced concrete to serve as an emergency airstrip. That specific strip is actively integrated into national defense protocols. Indian Air Force fighter jets have already utilized it to conduct test landings and go-arounds. A highly monitored, military-ready concrete corridor serves dual purposes, securing civilian logistics while maintaining a permanent defense asset. The immediate economic effects of this new speed are highly visible. Perishable agricultural goods, like amla grown in Pratapgarh, can now reach major markets in Delhi in half the time, drastically reducing waste. It also opens up the state's eastern tourism bottlenecks. Millions of visitors traveling to massive cultural events in Prayagraj, like the Mahakumbh, now have a direct high-speed connection from the western population centers. With transit times dropping, land values around major nodes like Kanpur and Prayagraj are experiencing a rapid real estate boom. This map of the core 594-kilometer route shows how the network is already expanding. The state is planning extensions to Haridwar MBR, alongside a 4,000 crore rupee link to the upcoming Jawar International Airport. Dropping a high-speed corridor across a state acts like a 594-kilometer domino, triggering simultaneous overlapping booms in agriculture, property development, and interstate logistics. Carving a completely new straight path across 12 districts requires massive land acquisition through established rural communities. Construction meant displacing thousands of hectares of crops and disrupting the specific farming cycles that sustained these districts for generations, while runoff from the sites poses a direct pollution risk to the Ganges. The state committed 36,230 crore rupees to build this infrastructure, accepting the immediate social and environmental disruptions required to clear the land. This investment reflects a calculated trade-off. It exchanges centuries-old rural landscapes for the speed of an industrial corridor. Accelerating a state's economy requires an equivalent cost in the physical displacement of its people.